All right, so we're going to go through completing an invoice to send off to get paid, and then creating a new one. So here I have last week's invoice. For the most part, it's all filled out. You'll see I use these yellow highlights to indicate I'm not sure what it is. It can be in the price, it can be on the number of items or the item itself. So these numbers I'm pretty confident in, and I've already calculated these. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. First, let's make sure all of our numbers are correct. For the totals, the number of guests, I just go to the text messages from Candace and Cameron from the BNB people and look through what the most correct number is. Because remember, sometimes they'll say, oh, Tuesday is 2 people, and then they update, oh, it's actually 4 people. So we have to make sure we were looking at the correct number and then updating our invoice to match the most correct number. Wine. So it looks like I'm confident we have 24 bottles of wine, 75 to-go cups. I'm not sure about beer, though. So what we can do is if we go over to our catering sheet or catering GroupMe, everyone is supposed to type in or send a message about what additional items they took. So here you see this is for today, so it doesn't apply to last week, but Jasmine brought 2 to-go cup sleeves, so we'll have to add that to the invoice, and 4 apples and bananas. We don't charge for that. That's just included in the price. But let's scroll up to last week. We're a little bit behind here, but so last week looks like this would have been Monday. So actually, what is last week? The 24th to the 30th. So let's find the 24th here, which is this day. Keep going. There we go. 23rd, 24th. So on the 24th, I brought to-go cups in half and half. In general, when someone says to-go cups, they mean 1 sleeve, but you have to ask if you're not sure. Let's see, and to-go cups. It looks like we only took over to-go cups and no other items. So come over here, got to-go cups. We did not take over any wine, so what we can do here is delete that row, and then the next thing we're going to do is come in and look at the food calculator. So if you go, this is our food sheet, other items is the food calculator. So here's where you would go and say, oh, gloves, we got 2 cases. No, we're going down to the hot cup. So we had, it looks like 3 sleeves, 75, and it tells you the price, so 23. So 23 is here, so that's correct. Here's the numbers. So whenever you need to apply the totals, see this in 97, 73, 193. If we go in and we'll just change these to 0, pretend like it's a new week, we'll update the numbers. So we go 6, 4, 14, 6, 14, 6. So we had 4, 28, and 28. 4, 28, and 28. So you can see it tells you the prices and the extra coffee amount here. So 97, 73, 193, 97. All those numbers match up with here. We're going to highlight these. We're going to click. We have to update the. Oops, about that. There we go. You have to update the cells, which is you can click on one and then update field, which you'll see. You should have a shortcut here, but if you update the field, you have to update each of them. But basically, these are calculations, and they will tell you that the total amount is this for the week. The date should be the Monday. Issue date is the Monday after that week, so April 30th is Sunday, so the issue date is May 1st. The payment due date is May 1st plus 7, so it's May 8th. And then the invoice is for the Monday that begins the invoice week. So I'm going to do here is save it as a PDF. And it's already invoices. if you come into this invoice sheet, which is in Dropbox, you'll see Cafe on Lumpkin, Catering Events Accounts, ATH BNB Invoices. I'm just going to scroll down and click on the lowest, most recent invoice here, and you see it automatically changes the name. And then I just type in the number, click Save, and that is the invoice we're going to send over to get paid. So now I'm going to start a new invoice. So to do that, we're just going to change this 5. And remember, for single dates, we put a 0. So 5/01, because that's the Monday beginning of this cycle. Going to save it. And then we're going to just highlight everything and give it a yellow highlight. And now, first thing we need to do, come in and change all these dates. So May 1st, May 2nd, May 3rd, and so on. All right. And then we don't know the guest counts. We know a few of them. Remember to change this to now be May 8th. 8 plus 7 is going to be the 15th. And then this needs to be the same as our main title. I for one, save it real quick. Don't worry about updating any of these until the end of the week. So if we come over to our chat, Wednesday is 4, Thursday is 12. And those are all accurate. So I can unhighlight these ones because we know the information is correct. Let's go back over here. I'm going to scroll down because Candace and me were talking about this. Tuesday is 6 and Monday was 0. So Monday was 0, Tuesday was 6. We don't know Friday yet. We'll have to ask about it. So these days, we don't know. We know that today, right, 2 sleeves at to-go cups. So we know there's at least 50, and we can unhighlight that one, and we'll update as we go on. So if we get more cups, we'll just add to that 50. But for now, we have 50. We know that we need to deliver beers, but that'll happen later on in the week when our beer shipment arrives. And remember, for beer, you would just add a row, type in beer, and then however many beers. So we know that we're getting 6 cases, so we can go with 6 times 12. We'll go into here real quick. Equals 6 times 12. It's going to be 72. Be 72x. But we haven't delivered it yet. We're not quite certain, but we want to add it in because we know that we'll be getting it delivered. Also, from previous videos from this week, we ordered Schaefer wicks, and we got 1 case, which is 24. We know that's going to be that number. So why don't we go ahead and enter in the price for the Schaefer wicks. Come up here, Schaefer wicks, 24. It's already in here because in general we order 1 case at a time, right? If you hit 1, it'll tell you how much 1 is, but a case is 24, so it's $48. We'll come over here, Schaefer wicks. You're going to do $ space 48.00. So remember, there's a space between here, and we can unhighlight that one. And yeah, we can also change this. We know that 0 guesses, $0. And we'll update these at the end of the week. To go cups 50, we can update this one. So if we go over here to hot cups, right? We have 50 so far, so we can do it as $15. So $ space 15. And if we take any more cups over, we'll just update this number and this price. Oops, probably to the correct. I'll just highlight that because we know we need to change it. And yeah, that's basically it. Just don't forget that you'll have to right-click Update Field in order all 4 of these in order to get the correct total, or you can highlight them all and do the shortcut which is, as you can see right here. And that's it. It's not too crazy. Take a look in here, other items. Everything's already set. All you need to do is enter the order quantity of whatever it is. So for example, beer, we know that we're going to have how many beers? 72, right? So it's a 180. Let's go ahead and add that in too. So beer, it's about 180, but it hasn't been delivered yet. It's not official. So we're going to wait and see what happens at the end of the week. We'll highlight it and get rid of that highlight. Make sure everything on here is unhighlighted and correct before you send it off. Let's save. And next thing we can do is actually send this off. So why don't we open up our mail. And we're sending it to accounts at bnb.com, and we CC Candace. I'll go ahead and, so if we come in here, I'll go ahead and CC Pete on this one, but if we go to, just type invoice to search, boom, accounts at BNB. I'm going to reply to everybody, so it goes to Candace, and we're going to type in Peter as well. We're going to change this to last week's invoice, get rid of the RE, and I always use the same message, so we'll delete all that extra. Please see last week's. Attach file. We'll come over here. Catering events, accounts at BNB, invoices, 2023. We'll scroll all the way down to that. Remember, we have to send off the PDF. Wait, just the 24. Not sure where it's saved to, so it's going to Word real quick. So let's save as again. And I forgot to put PDF. I bet that's what it was. So export it. Go to here, and we're going to attach. It should be right back where we were. We're going to attach the PDF. Do not attach the Word. There we go. Let's double click and open it real quick. This number looks correct. So we'll send it to the accounts at BNB, include Candace on there, and we're good to go. And then the next week we'll just look up this email again and update the send. But there we go. So that is how to make and update an invoice effectively. Copy last week's, rename it, update the dates, update the info, update the totals, which are these 4, and then mail it off as a PDF.